Today we're going to show you how to pour this BlueGum Eucalyptus Burl river table. Hey, this is Greg.
And this is Luke.
We're the Burl Hunters, and we have this project that we want to share with you. We're going to give you a start to finish, step-by-step way to pour this piece of wood. The cool thing about this piece of wood is it's an Aussie Burl. It's from Australia via California. We'll explain that a little bit later. But this is BlueGum Eucalyptus Burl, and we're going to make a small river table out of this. We're going to enjoy it. So we're just going to mix a little bit of this because we have a small edge to seal. And I'm going to put 2 ounces of B into this cup, and then Luke is going to put 2 more ounces because it's a 1-to-1 mix.
Alright guys, and I'll go ahead and put the A in for the other 2 ounces.
This is a pretty thick solution, and we're going to be using a throwaway paintbrush to apply it to the corner. Yeah, it's thick. Yeah, you just want to put enough on there to seal the edges, and that way it will reduce the bubbles that will come out. I'm going to just pour a little bit right there, and I'm going to work this in with my hands. Remember, this is filler also, so if you have any kind of cracks, smaller cracks that you want to work in, it works great. Yeah, this sets up really fast, so it's great for filling in the gaps. Also, what we're using for our mold is bender board from Home Depot, and we're using Tyvek tape, which helps you to just pull it out. It does not stick to the plywood that this mold is mounted to. So it looks like we poured just enough.
Nice. What's great about the work time on this is you can actually set up for your pour while this is hardening up over here. You can get your colors and all that stuff ready to go.
Yeah, again, this is BlueGum Eucalyptus Burl. So you can actually check out our YouTube channel, some of our older videos. I'm teaching all about Burl and what it is, how to cut it, how to dry it. There's a lot of information. You guys, I want to introduce to you our high-end glitter and pearl pigments that we sell on our website. You can go to OregonBurls.com and check out these glitters. We have quite a few, and we have quite a few of the pearl powders. They work incredible. So we're going to do a 2-color pour, and we're going to make the sides clear and a center line of black and poison green. The reason why I want to keep the sides clear is so that we can backlight it, and the light will curl around the black and the green. But this is going to be an interesting project.
Nailed it.
You nailed it. Man, look at that. So 2-to-1 is the ratio on the casting epoxy from Stone Coat. This piece of wood is BlueGum Eucalyptus. It's an Aussie Burl, but here's the story about it. It immigrated from Australia to Southern California. Somebody planted it there. I don't know how many years ago, but this was like a 10,000 pound burl. 6 feet wide, and we drove down to Southern California. We purchased the burl, we brought it back, we processed it, put it in our kiln, and we're going to pour a table out of it. We want to mix this about 6 to 9 minutes. One thing is when you're mixing epoxy, if you see any kind of swirl lines in your clear, you got to keep mixing it until all of those lines disappear. And it's very, very important that your epoxy gets fully mixed, or it will not set up properly. So we're going to pour this a little bit unique. I'm going to have 2 cups of clear. Luke is going to have 2 cups of black and green, and we are going to pour it all at the same time. So this is definitely a 2-man pour. So whenever you're using a liquid concentrated dye or pigment, you want to be very careful on how much you put in, because it actually can bleed if you put too much. Bleeding means it will not solidify, and so you'll get these. The darker the color, the more you have to watch out. So I just put like a little less than a pinky nail. So there's the black, and we're going to put some black glitter, just a little bit, and then some yellow. And Luke is making his secret sauce over there for the poison green. Have a look at this. So right now we have this yellow and black. Actually, the yellow glitter is it turns green and red. So this is a multicolored glitter, and Luke is putting that in his poison green also. Whenever you put this yellow into the black, it looks like when you're staring up at the sky in the middle of nighttime, and it's the Milky Way. I'm going to put a little bit more.
The key to a good green, or at least poison green like this, is you actually start with yellow. That's how I found out, because if you try and go with a darker color, it takes a lot of pigment to try and take away from that. So if you start with a lighter color, like yellow, and work your way in.
Yeah, so this is gunmetal pearl. And that'll give it some 3-dimensional goodness. All right, Luke, this is, you get the colorful things, I get the boring clear. Which together is going to marry just wonderfully. Let me get this out of the way. There's, are we ready to pour? Okay, you're gonna have to pour right where I'm at.
Yeah,
I don't know how we're gonna fit, but this is it. You go ahead of me, and I will just flood it. One more.
Yep.
See how the clear is squishing in the color that Luke just put in there? Because I'm keeping it on the outside. And this allows light to come through. Whew, that's like really, really cool.
And what's awesome about this stuff is that you can come back through as it starts to set up. You can swirl it around a little bit more.
Oh yeah. So Luke, this is I'm gonna call this your zombie table.
Yeah, man.
do a little bit of swirly swirl. That's incredible how you can bend that around and the clear stays clear.
Yeah.
And it's I like it just like it is.
Yeah, that's nice.
This is awesome. Now, one thing is we were supposed to do a 3/4 inch layer,
Yeah, we all did.
then heat it up, and then another 3/4 inch layer the next day. The only problem with it is we mix too much product. So what I would suggest is call Stone Coat and ask them how much do you pour, because you don't want to pour too much. But this is going to turn out wonderful, and we will show you the finished product in just a little bit. So here we are on our second day of the pour, and we're going to rough this up with 240 grit. And Luke is going to start in with the mixing. We're only going to mix a little bit of clear because this is about 1/4 inch down. So we're still going to use this casting epoxy, and then we're going to do our flood coat over that. But I'm just going to rough it up just a little bit. And Luke, you can start pouring. We just need, I would say, a cup's worth, and see how far that goes. All right. So we got that blown off. And Luke is...
I'm gonna need a smaller stick.
So I'm hoping that 1 cup of this Stone Coat casting is going to be enough to fill. And if it's not, we'll just mix a little bit more, because you have 45-minute working time with this stuff, and it looks like it's not going to be enough. So I'm gonna make another cup.
Good thing I grabbed those gloves.
Yeah, I know. Oops. So I want to show something to you before you start to stir this. Okay, do you see that in there? Those that is the A and the B not mixed up. When all of those lines disappear, you are fully mixed. So you want to mix this thing. You can see it kind of a little bit milky, but you still see those lines. It'll start turning clearer and clearer when you're fully mixed. But we want to mix this for about 6 to 8 minutes. See how it's starting to turn a little bit more clear, but you can still see those lines. Before you pour it, let's show everybody how clear it is. Well, we have some air bubbles there.
Don't worry about those, because with a butane torch they come out real quick.
Yeah, but you don't see any lines whatsoever, so that is fully mixed. And another cool thing about this is it is self-leveling, just like liquid is. almost there. I'm using this a little bit to fill in the cracks on the more flat spot. That's turning out just beautiful. And I love how, since we work with figured woods and burl, most of our woods are heavily figured with burl or quilt or fiddleback or tiger stripe. So, but this epoxy, when you let it go, leave it to its own devices, it turns into quilt, which I love. And you don't have to stay with the quilt look. You can actually, once it starts to set up, you can drag it through the quilt and make teardrops or whatever tickles your fancy. So we're going to let this set for a little bit, run it through the planer, and then do a flood coat over it. Hey guys, this is day 3 of our project, and we're going to seal coat it right now. So we're only going to use just a little bit of this stone coat, quick coat. Awesome stuff. It seals your wood and preps it for the flood coat. So we're going to put, Luke, you know what? I'm sorry, man. I got my gloves. What's happened to yours? Okay, I'm only going to do half a cup because I'm not sure how much we should use. And so this is B, so I'm going to go 2 ounces of the B. This stuff's pretty thick, so you don't really have to worry about it going over the edge without you wanting it to.
You like how I got that ready for you?
Hey, thank you, sir. Man, that's just like awesome. Are you going to be the stirrer?
Oh yeah.
Or should I say the aerator?
This is the official Oregon Burl's stir stick.
Alright, almost 1 more ounce, half ounce. We're almost there. Come on, come on, come on. Right there. Alright. Exact measurements. And for this project, for this stage of the project, you're going to need a squeegee and a trowel. The thicker your solution, the more you got to mix it. Mix, 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 mix. Under mixed epoxy is never good. Alright, I have a feeling this is going to be way too much. A half a cup. Because you only want a thin layer, and you have about 15 minutes to work with this. I'll learn that from Mike. Oh, squeegee. Let's squeege. Just be careful about overheating your epoxy. You don't want to cook your epoxy. You just want to burst the bubbles. Also, you want to suspend your project so that you can do the sides and it drip over. closer. There's something right there. I don't know if that's a bubble or... Yeah. Have you ever grouted before? So I'm like working that stuff in the crack like you're grouting.
I would help you, but
You forgot your hui.
I don't know how to say it.
So this is sealing all the little holes, the little divots that... I'm just messing it all up again, aren't I?
It's alright. Don't worry, we have plenty of time. We have like 5 minutes.
5 minutes left. So automatic hardening. Actually, it's let's just wait for the flood coat because we'll just sand down the high spots and then we'll flood coat it.
If you squeegee it though, there's less sanding.
That's true. Ooh, there's a hole right there. Get in there, get in there, get in there. You just want to squeeze.
I do. It looks so good. Oh, right there on the...
That's okay then.
That big glob right there.
Yeah, the high spot.
Man, that really does make a pop.
Oh, what fun! Now these drips you can just let drip and sand it off later, but I prefer less sanding. So in about 15 minutes we're going to be able to do a flood coat on this after we sand it.
I like the sparkles, man.
I know,
You
that
sold
was...
me on the sparkles.
I am a sparkly guy. I love sparkles.
Especially when you do this. One more of this, and then it should be good.
Yes. Right there we got a crease, but I think that will be fine.
Let me say it. Here we are, day 4, guys. We're super excited. We're going to do one of our last seal coats on this table here, and then we can move on to our flood coat.
Yeah, this is the last day of the project, and remember, it's 1 ounce per 1 square foot of the seal coat. So we're gonna do 2 ounces of A and B mix. So I'm calling this 2 square feet. It's a little bit more than that, but so I poured a little bit extra B. No, just kidding. Make sure that your proportions are correct. If it's a 1-to-1, you do 1-to-1. All right, I think we're good.
So pretty. So pretty.
I know, you're just itching to do something. That's all right. And next week we're actually heading up to Portland area. We're gonna go burl hunting in this on this piece of property where he has like 40 or 50 maple burls. So you wanna stay tuned for that that episode. So we're kind of doing everything. We're doing the harvesting, the processing, the finished work. like Luke was saying, this is our last seal coat. And we're gonna torch it.
Once it sets up, we're going to sand it. 220.
Then we're gonna do our flood coat. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Pretty stuff. All right, I think that we're golden.
Off the excess.
We are on the last part of this project. We're going to do the flood coat. I'm going to measure it. Luke is going to trowel it out, and we're going to see how this beautiful piece of wood and epoxy looks. Wow. So let's go with A first. Hey, stone coat. Yeah, stone coat. They're our friends.
Our friends.
Our friends. So 3 ounces per square foot. So we've worked this out to be 2.5 square feet. So I'm actually just gonna pour 4 ounces each. This is a 1-to-1 mix ratio. We're all hand mixing this because it's in such small quantities. So we're gonna mix this for about 5 minutes until everything is clear. All right. I love it. Just in a random kind of fashion, as Mike says. I'm quoting Mike. There we go. I think that's it. There, we are finished. Yeah, that's laying out real nice. So I'm going to take my glove, I'm going to just kind of clean off the drips. And it'll drip some more, but the less drips the better. And you guys, there she is. BlueGum Eucalyptus Burl with green and black and silver pigment epoxy. So we have a special deal for you. If you go over to Stone Coat and order your epoxy from them, enter in the promo code BURLS, that is B-U-R-L-S, all uppercase. and you will receive a discount. And it's just one of the things that Mike and Mitch and Luke and I are working together. We're doing some collaborative efforts. So go over there and get your discount. Come here and get your slab. So here we are with a finished product of Stone Coat countertop epoxy and our Burl wood. And it turned out beautiful. So thanks for tuning in for this video. But I wanted to share about this stand here. I was out burl hunting in northern Oregon, and going home I stopped at an estate sale and I found this old Singer stand, and it was like they were made for each other. So I purchased this and I put the slab on top, and it works beautifully. Until next time, we were made for this.
Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications on all live videos and any videos posted. Stay in the loop. Thanks.